Henry, Duke of Cornwall, was the name of two sons of King Henry VIII of England and his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. The first Henry, Duke of Cornwall. The first Henry, Duke of Cornwall, was the second oldest child and heir apparent of King Henry VIII of England, born by Catherine of Aragon. The couple had already had a stillborn daughter. Birth and christening. He was born on the 1st of January 1511 at Richmond Palace, 18 months after his parents' wedding and coronation, and was the first son and first living child born to King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. Catherine had previously given birth to a stillborn daughter. On the 31st of January 1510, he was christened on the 5th of January in a lavish ceremony where beacons were lit in his honor. The christening gifts included a fine gold salt holder and cup weighing a total 99 ounces, given by Louis XII of France, his godfather. His other godparents were William Warham, Archbishop of Canterbury, and Margaret of Austria, Duchess of Savoy. At the christening, the baby prince's great-aunt Lady Anne Howard stood proxy for Margaret of Habsburg, and Richard Fox, Bishop of Winchester, stood proxy for the French king. Celebrations and death. Henry and his queen planned extravagant celebrations arriving but of the joint coronation for the birth of his son and heir, who immediately became Duke of Cornwall and was expected to become Prince of Wales, King of England, and third King of the House of Tudor. The tournament at Westminster was the most lavish of Henry's reign, and is recorded via a long illuminated vellum roll. Henry carried Catherine's favour in the tournament, riding under the banner of "Sir Loyal Heart." The relationship between the royal pair, already one of strong affection, had become even more of a love match because of Catherine's success in providing a male heir, known as Little Prince Hal, and the New Year's boy. The prince was fondly regarded by Henry's court. However, on the 23rd of February 1511, the young prince died suddenly. The cause of his death was not recorded. He received a state funeral at Westminster Abbey. It was another 2 years until the Queen again became pregnant. There is no known picture of Prince Henry. Contemporary reports state that both parents were distraught at the loss of the second child and expected future king. The deeply religious Catherine spent many hours kneeling on cold stone floors praying, to the worry of courtiers. Henry distracted himself from his grief by waging war against Louis XII of France with his father-in-law, Ferdinand II of Aragon. The second Henry, Duke of Cornwall. The second Henry, Duke of Cornwall, was the third child of Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon. By early 1513, Catherine was pregnant again. On the 30th of June of that year, she was left as regent in England when Henry VIII went to fight in France. On the 17th of September, she went into labour prematurely and gave birth to a son, Henry, Duke of Cornwall. The child died shortly after birth and was buried in Westminster Abbey. Impact of Henry, Duke of Cornwall's death on history. Historians have speculated as to the course English history might have taken had either of the two Henrys, Duke of Cornwall, or any other legitimate son survived, given that Henry's search for a male heir, after Catherine's failure to give birth to any more live sons, was the cited reason which led him to have the marriage annulled. A living male child might have at least forestalled, or even prevented, the marriage to Anne Boleyn and placed England in a different relationship with Roman Catholicism during the Protestant Reformation. This theme has also been explored in some alternative history science fiction, such as Kingsley Amis' The Alteration, in which another alternative history English Reformation is depicted, even without the succession crisis caused by the absence of a male heir until the birth of Edward VI to Henry and Jane Seymour. However, Amis' book within a book does not specify whether this alternative history Henry IX is any specific son of Henry VIII. Ancestry.